Hey, welcome everyone. This video is going to teach you how to stream your Xbox One console to an iPhone or iPad. It doesn't matter if you're using an iPhone or iPad, the steps are pretty much identical, so regardless which device you're using, you still follow along with this video. And before we continue any further, I do want to mention that please ensure that your Xbox One is fully updated with the latest operating system updates. Otherwise, the steps that you see in this video might be different from what you see on your console. So with that said, let's get started. So on your Xbox One controller, hit the Xbox button, then scroll down to Settings. Then go down to Devices and Connections. And again, make sure your console is fully updated, otherwise these steps might be a little bit different for you. And then you're gonna select it and then go over to Remote Features. What you wanna do is basically ensure that Enable Remote Features, it has a check in it. If not, be sure to check it. When you do for the first time, it'll go through like a test connection phase. So just kind of let it load and do its thing. You might see an update for your controller. Go ahead and install that update. And once that's done, what you want to do is go over to Xbox App Preferences and basically ensure that Allow Connections from any device is checked, and Allow Play to Streaming and Allow Games to other devices are also checked. This will basically ensure that your iPhone or iPad will allow streaming from your console. Now at this point, in order to make this work on your Apple device, you must have an Xbox One controller synced to your Apple device. Otherwise, streaming will not work. So if you only have one controller that's synced to your Xbox One console, you're a bit out of luck. You have no choice but to sync it with your Apple device, but don't worry, I'll teach you how to sync it back to your console. It's really easy. Now the only confusing part in this video is that Microsoft decided to make things rather confusing as to which controller supports wireless Bluetooth technology, because Microsoft released multiple versions of the Xbox One console. So looking at this picture, basically it's pretty simple. If your Xbox One controller faceplate is the same all around on the front, including the same kind of material around the Xbox One button, then yours supports Bluetooth technology. If your faceplate on the Xbox One controller has a different faceplate material and design from what's surrounding your Xbox One button, then it does not support Bluetooth technology. So once again, your Xbox One controller must support Bluetooth technology in order to continue any further. Okay, so assuming you're good to proceed, on your Xbox One controller while it's on, make sure you press and hold the sync button at the top for about 3 seconds, and the Xbox light will start to flash, which basically means it's now in pairing mode. Over on your Apple device, I'll be demonstrating on an iPad. When I open up the settings menu, then switch over to Bluetooth and let it look for the Xbox wireless controller and tap on it, and it should sync within a few seconds. Now what you want to do is download and install the Xbox app from the App Store and go ahead and open it. The first time you open it, it's going to ask you to log in with your Microsoft credentials. Make sure you log in with the same credentials as used on your Xbox One console. Then while the app is logged in, at the bottom right, you'll see these little icons for they look like kind of 3 little pillars. I want to go ahead and tap on it. And on this screen, you're going to switch over to the Consoles tab. And you should see your Xbox One console listed there. Go ahead and tap on it. And then from here, you're going to get this pop-up menu. And what you want to do is remote play on this device. And go ahead and continue. It's basically saying that, hey, for best connectivity, make sure you're on a 5 gigahertz network connection on your Apple device. So now controlling this on my iPad, it works pretty smooth and fluid. Just to actually prove that I am actually on my iPad indeed, I'm just gonna kind of quickly do this. As you can see, I'm actually on the iPad itself, and that's pretty much all there is to it. So if you do want to sync your controller back to your Xbox One console, super easy. What you need to do is press and hold the sync button on the controller once again for about 3 seconds until the Xbox light on the controller starts to flash. That's how you know it's in pairing mode. Then on your Xbox One console, while the console is on, press and hold the sync button on the console, and within a few seconds it should automatically pair with your controller, and that's it, you're pretty much done. So if you want to read the written version of this video guide that you just watched, be sure to check out my website URL in the video description, as well as my social links there. Be sure to hit the like button, it does help, subscribe, and thanks for watching.